Welcome to my YouTube channel. As always, growth is inevitable with life experiences, knowledge, and understanding. I just wanted to bring you all another poetry piece. I am always writing, whether it's random, whether it's intentional, whether it's organized, whether it's on today's topic, or whatever. I'm always writing. It is how I express myself. It is how I relieve some stress. It is very, very therapeutic. So I wrote this piece last night, and I'm not going to be with you long. I also am going to feature another poem that I wrote last night as well, the other one being much shorter than this one. So this is the poetry piece by Karem Talvon Hutchinson. Today versus yesterday. Please bear with me with this glare on my glasses. I want to make sure I execute this piece very clearly. Today versus yesterday. Today versus yesterday. What has changed? Today I am walking straight forward towards my journey. Yet my feet are tired, walking around aimlessly, watching our world become corrupt at the hands of the oppressed. Yesterday, Martin Luther King Jr. marched for us. Today, those are looting and rioting for the same cause that was supposed to be buried with Martin Luther King Jr. Yet, one knows different. Why is this? Why is the black skin a threat to society? What can one do, and or what does one possess that the oppressed wants? Yesterday the oppressed were masters, slave owners, and drove slaves. Today the oppressed are police, presidents, Republicans, some blacks, some pastors, etc. The oppressed have a mentality of hatred and jealousy. Continuing, yes, the oppressed are not only the other races that are not similar to yours, yet thy own race that looks like you, looking the same ethnicity, face, and spitting indirectly with no physical harm, yet on the surface the damage is done. Culturally, racism is not of color. It is an ignorant act that affects and infects the mind of those who do not understand themselves on a bigger scale. They are not human. No human can possess, reenact, and or perform the disgusting, unfair, unquestionable, and ungodly acts against the innocent. Yesterday, the Emancipation Proclamation was signed on January 1st, 1863 by Abraham Lincoln. Today, the nation stays isolated and segregated with the signature of the oppressed in office to deport Hispanics back to their country. One will never be united with these terms. Today, the oppressed and their tactics are becoming larger and larger. Anyone who is not a part of equality, unity, family orientation, and self-reflection are the cause of the continued issue. Prior to the birth of one's existence, prior to the birth of one's existence, slavery was here. So what can you do about an issue that was here before you were? What does it take? I am walking straight forward towards my journey, yet my feet are tired. But I can't help but to view one with red blood of one's own culture from the oppressed being white. The blood from the veins that is drawn of thy Americans who are black that bleed the same blood. The same blood that is used to save the life of the white blood donor needing a transfusion. The same red blood that is pumped into the lives of ancestors who took care of and raised your white children. The same red blood you, the oppressed, have that is shed when you shoot. Let me say that again. The same red blood you, the oppressed, have that is shed when you shoot. The same red blood that flows in you, that flows into the breast of black women who allowed white lips to press against to eat. Yet the oppressed are unappreciative. It seems like they want more. The oppressed have already stolen the land, the sweat, the tears, causing pain. What else does the oppressed want for individuals just wanting a sense of peace? This is a time of unity, peace, and equality. One should have been fighting for equality and not segregation. Yet here we are. The fictional story that is now and has always been one's reality will never change unless you change your mentality and perception of life. Today versus yesterday. What has changed? And will it really change?